Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother AHBAD from GMS YAHAWAH, GMS in Pugersboro, Florida. I'm coming in the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, SHAM, YAHAWASHI, SHAM, Kadash. Double honors to my elder apostles at Great Millstone. Singing honor and salutation to all your sincere brothers. I also want to say peace and blessings to the sincere men, women, and children that consist of the 1/3 also, which is the body of Yahawah. And peace and blessings to you confusing the faces out there as well. Shalom to you. Faith is the basis of this ministry. Regardless of how many precepts you know, how deep you are, how many videos you upload, how many brothers' numbers you have, it's all going to boil down to your faith. Alright? Because even the Lord said, without faith it is impossible to please Him. Alright? And faith is also a gift that's given to the elect and the 1/3 of the body of Yahawah. So understand this, the etymology. This is mid-13th century faith. It says faithfulness to a trust or promise. So, meaning that we're full of faith because we understand the promise that's given to us as unto the seed of Abraham, not unto many seeds, as it says in Galatians the 3rd chapter. Alright? Loyalty to a person. Because we put our hand to the plow and out of one righteous eye, we don't take our hand from the plow until the time comes when Yahweh shall beam us up. Okay? Honesty and truthfulness. Okay? Faith, belief, trust, confidence, a pledge. We've pledged to the Lord by our faith, man. We already put our hand to the plow. We already forsook the world. What more do you have now? The world doesn't want you. The world hates you. Satan despises you because he doesn't have that hold on you anymore. Why? Because you're overtaken by faith. You become a prisoner of Yahawah, like Paul said. The substance of all of this that we are doing is called faith, brothers and sisters. Understand? I gotta pull out a precept real quick. Faith, 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 man. See, without it, you can't even understand these scriptures. Without it, you can't even serve the Lord. Faith is like that scene in 300. When Leonidas asked, I forgot the dude's name, to lift up his shield. He was buried. He couldn't even lift his shield up. Well then, what does the scripture refer to as faith as? A shield. So if you're not even worthy to pick up the shield, which the 300 men were worthy of, you can't serve the Lord. And also, you have to be able to defend the gospel as well. Proverbs 20:6, most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? And people who always want to proclaim that they're good, always in defense. Always defensive. Don't want to accept rebuke. Don't want to be reproached. Why? Because they believe, oh, I got the truth. I'm this and that. I'm on this level. I have this authority. Understand one thing, people. None of us are saved. Remember, under the sun, under the sun, Solomon said he saw the place of judgment. Guess what? We all are still in judgment seats, man. We all still being judged. We all are still on trial, so to say. So in other words, a faithful man who can find. A faithful man who can find. Alright? And he that is full of faith is also humble. Remember that. I'm going into Luke chapter 18 verse 7. And shall not God, Yahawah, avenge his own elect? Alright? Avenge us how? From the persecutions, from the blaspheming, the defamation, the physical altercation, demons trying to plague us, do you not think he will avenge us? Of course he will. If you have faith, if you trust. Which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them. How are we crying day and night? By giving all honor, glory, and praises. Call her Lord like YAHAWASHI. Praying over your food. Putting up a video, man. Alright? Approaching the brother. What's the word I want to use? Saluting him. Shalom. YAHAWASHI, man. Cause when you saying that, you asking the Lord to bless that brother, man. You say that, but you gotta really understand what that means. You want the angel that's around that brother, that fear him, to keep him and bless him. We cry day and night because we in the four corners of the earth. We can never stop crying. Verse 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? See, right now, everybody in training camp, everybody tryouts, everybody out there shining, cats on the sideline doing little dumbass dances, you know, whoop-de-whoop. Then it's time to run a 40-yard dash. Then it's time to do the vertical jump. Then it's time to catch the ball, run the routes. You know, like the combine. This is spiritual combine. But then it's going to be a day, man, where you're going to end up getting either drafted or cut. Nobody's been picked up on the team. Nobody been saved yet. Why you think the elders been going for so long, man? They want to be saved. So how you going to have these newcomers or cats just 5, 10, even 15 years? Come on, man. The elders been doing it longer than you. And they still humble. And why? Because they have faith. So who am I to boast, man? But I'm glad I have the faith. I can't sit here and say I'm clean, I'm good, my heart is pure. Never. None of that. I pray that YAHAWASHI keep the spirit on me so that I could be blameless in that day. I pray I continue in his faith. That's what it boils down to. Understand? This is Romans chapter 12, verse 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me. You hear that? So grace was given unto me. Hold on. Just hold that thought. It said grace was given unto me. So nonetheless, though, when I think about grace, grace is, okay, my bill's due on the 1st. I ain't got all the money. You have a 10-day grace period. In other words, you got 10 days to get your shit together or we cutting you off. So in other words, right now, I'm under grace. So I have all the way until the end by enduring to be saved. That's my grace. So so grace which is given to me, remember that. Now I have to go to Ephesians. Bear with me. Follow me. Be ye followers of me as I am of Paul, who are followers of YAHAWASHI. As I am following my elders who are following Paul, who is a follower of YAHAWASHI. Okay? On the dig? Ephesians 2 and 5. Even when we were dead in sins, before we came to this truth, hath quickened us together with Mashiach. By grace ye are saved. How are we saved? We are saved by grace. Not of just our works, but by grace. Verse 8. I'm going to jump down to verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith. So wait a minute. I'm giving grace, but damn. Only way I'll be able to continue on through this grace period is only by faith. Understand that. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh. Come on, man. I'm not finna go to no store, purchase myself an item, wrap it up, hand it to me and say, here goes a gift. No. That's foolishness, man. A gift is something that's given. The Lord giving us faith, man. Giving us grace. He's giving us a chance of salvation. Faith, man. Now let me go back to that Romans. This is Romans 12 and 3. For I say through the Romans 12:3, for I say through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, every man that's among you, among me that have the grace as well, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. I know the brothers around me, man, they don't think themselves highly as what they ought to think, man. They've been personal episodes, man. My brothers got really emotional about, hey, man, I pray I'm a part of that number. That's a humble brother. That's a contrite brother, man. Alright? But to think soberly, according as Yahawah hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. So how do you measure the time diligently when it comes to prophecy? By looking at what? By looking at the news, by looking at events that's happening. Alright, looking at the what's what I'm looking for? The blackballing, so to say, on the YouTube of our videos, the strikes, all of that. But also you measure man's faith by his works, how diligent he is as well. Because you could put up 10 videos in one day, but like Paul said, let all things be unto edification, edifying. Understand? So a man's faith is being measured also by his works, man, and how humble he is, man. Understand that? But as you can see, on the left side of the screen, you see the word faith, and where the dot was supposed to be the period, that's a mustard seed. That's small. That's a mustard seed, my brothers and sisters. That is a mustard seed. Now I'm going to bring this precept out for you. Everybody don't have the same measure of faith, though. Remember that. Yahawashi, it said, when he come back, shall he find faith on earth? Matthew 17:20. And Yahawashi said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Nothing shall be impossible to you. So, having the faith of that small mustard seed, having that little bit of faith, but it's a seed. So what does that seed need to grow? Give it some water. How do you give it water? By consuming more of this word, man. What Yahawashi say? He that believeth on me, belief, faith, he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So if you put more water, if you be more spiritual, get more into these scriptures, alright, understand more into the prophecies, that little mustard seed will turn into this right here. That's a mustard tree. Though that seed be small among all the seeds and grains, it grows into that tree right there. You can flourish in your faith by believing and constantly increasing, man. Understand that we are saved by our faith and by our grace. Salvation is period. This is salvation period, where you own those chariots. That's salvation. No one saved till you own them chariots. So the amount of I'm spiritually speaking, the amount of water you put on that faith, on that seed, you know, by the washing of the water, which is the word, constantly consuming this living water, this alkaline spring water, your faith will grow like that. You're increasing your chances of being saved as well. And also remember, we are husbands. We have the work of husbandry. So we also got to plant those seeds of faith inside the minds of those who also could possibly be the possible elect. That's why you're never done until he's done. Understand that? You could be scheduled from 9 to 5, but if your manager come and say, I need you to stay to 7, what you going to do? I got to do overtime. And that's what we're doing right now. We in overtime, brothers and sisters. Get right. Take flight. Alright? Call her lawyer like YAHAWASHI, by Hashem Rabachakadash, double honors to my elder apostles, great millstone. Seeking honors to all you beautiful brothers out there pushing this word, true to sincerity, all faith and honesty. I feed off of your spirits too. Remember that. Peace and blessings to the sincere men, women, and children that consist of the 1/3 as well. Like I always say, man, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. Kwame Asha Allah, Shalom.